Hey guys, what is up? This is Matthew Davis Spinney once again. Welcome back to another movie review. I decided to do another horror movie review for Halloween this month instead of just one. So basically, I'm here to talk about that, okay? This is going to be my review for Rosemary's Baby. I just rewatched the film today, Rosemary's Baby. This is actually a UK Blu-ray, not the Criterion American Blu-ray, but that's okay. At least, you know, I have it on Blu-ray, so yeah. I did a review for this movie like 5 years ago, but I wanted to review this movie again, but I wanted to go in better depth of the movie, so yeah, that's basically what I'm here for. Okay. Anyways, Rosemary's Baby was released in 1968 and was directed by Roman Polanski and is about a married couple named Rosemary and Guy Woodhouse who move to a new apartment to live a normal life and plan on having a baby. However, their new neighbors start getting involved when Rosemary gets pregnant. Not only do they start getting very weird and act like creeps toward her, but her husband Guy starts acting weird too. And then Rosemary starts feeling weird herself as she starts feeling pain in her stomach, and her stomach starts to grow more as well. And she then gets the feeling that something just might not be right with her unborn child. Now, when this movie came out, it was a big hit with critics. It was nominated for a few Oscars and won one for Best Supporting Actress. Though director Roman Polanski has been known for being a very controversial person for some of the stuff he did in the past, that doesn't really mean that the movies he made are bad now. It's like what happened with Kevin Spacey, okay? Even though what he did was horrible, I still like a lot of the movies that he was in. Now, this is probably one of the earliest examples of a slow burn horror film. It's 2 hours and 16 minutes long and not a whole lot happens. But to me, this film still manages to be frightening for all different reasons, okay? First off, the score is amazing, okay? It is haunting, it's unsettling, and it fits the tone of the movie perfectly, and the performances by everyone are incredible. Mia Farrow is excellent in this film, as well as Ruth Gordon as one of the secondary female characters. What truly makes this movie work is its build-up. Now, there might be some minor spoilers in this, so please be warned, okay? But the movie is over 50 years old, and so it shouldn't be that big of a problem. But still, if you haven't seen it, then it might be best not to watch this video. Alright, anyways, despite a lot of the scenes in the movie to be conversations about Rosemary and her unborn child by the neighbors, it still has some of the most disturbing moments in a horror film I've seen. I mean, there's a part where we see the dead body of a corpse, and there's a giant puddle of blood coming out of her head. For 1968, like, that is... I mean, we had Night of the Living Dead, and that was very, very gory, but yeah, it's kind of one of the bloodier movie scenes I've seen in the 60s. Probably not as disturbing nowadays, but yeah. And then there's the dream sequence. Let me tell you, like I said before, the 60s is the decade where the things started to get more, well, let's just say they started getting away with a bit more. I mean, it's rated R despite there not being that much cussing, and they say the word shit one time in the movie. This movie is rated R for a damn good reason. The night where Rosemary has a dark dream where everyone is surrounding her and a creepy looking man gets on her and does stuff to her. It is pretty hard to watch. And knowing that it's actually happening and not actually a dream makes it even more unsettling. So yeah, basically after seeing that, you probably know what might be happening to her child. So yeah, the movie starts off in its first hour by stuff going completely normal, and then after that, things start getting worse for Rosemary and Guy. And when Rosemary tries to figure out what exactly is happening to her and her child, and it just left me invested throughout. There are times in the movie where she just wants to be alone and doesn't want anyone near her because of what's happening with her and her child. It just makes the movie even more chilling. So yeah, even though this movie isn't gory, has no jump scares or ghosts or serial killers or random stuff moving like a potted plant moving or chair moving or stuff like that, it's still a very tense movie. And it has one of the most disturbing endings I've ever seen in a horror film. When Rosemary sees her newborn child while holding a knife in her hand and being in that room with all those people in there, she is completely scarred for life. And it turns out that Satan is the father, and even though you never see the baby, you never see what it looks like. You never see its face, you never see its body, you never even see its hands come out of the cradle, okay? That's honestly not a problem. Rosemary's reaction is just enough to know that the baby is a demon. So yeah, it's satanic, it's mean-spirited, but it just fit the ending very well and is, in my opinion, one of the best endings to a horror movie I've ever seen. Honestly, I've watched this movie multiple times and it never gets stale or loses its age. It has a terrific setting and performances, once again, are amazing, and it is a very chilling film. It's my favorite film from Roman Polanski, and it's one of my favorite horror films of all time. And I'm giving it a perfect score. So yeah, guys, honestly, this is a film that should never be touched. And honestly, there's no reason for this film to get a remake. I mean, there was a mini-series, like a TV series, but that didn't do so well. And I think the closest thing we would get to a remake of this movie is 2017's Mother. Although I thought that movie was actually pretty damn good, though honestly, I thought it was a lot more disturbing than this movie, in my opinion. But yeah, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. We're out.